Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. It's December here in East Tennessee and the weather is beautiful today but cold, but it's a gorgeous day to do a Thanksgiving cactus care video. In last week's Thanksgiving cactus video, I asked you all if you had any questions that I didn't cover, and you all had quite a few good questions. So I thought today, while mine are in bloom, it's a fun time to go over tips and care of these gorgeous plants. I'm going to cover some facts about these plants so that you can get a better idea of how to properly care for them. Most of the questions that I get about Thanksgiving or Christmas cacti or the genus Schlumbergera is about general care. I believe that the name cactus gives growers the idea that they should be cared for like a desert cactus, like where my friend Sharon lives in Arizona, in the arid zone. The word cactus, by definition, means that it's a succulent plant, that it has thick, fleshy stems, it has spines, it doesn't have any leaves, and it blooms brilliantly colored flowers like Big Red here. But most cacti are native to arid deserts. So is this Thanksgiving cactus actually a cactus then? Yes, but it is a cactus that grows in southern Brazil under very different conditions than a desert cactus would. These grow on trees or rocks in shady areas that have high humidity, and they're found in their natural habitat in the mountains of southern Brazil. They are radically different than their cactus relatives that you find in the arid regions like the desert. They are kind of the exception of the general definition of cactus, so they're cared for very differently. They are still classified as succulents, meaning that they have these thick, fleshy, so-called leaves that store water in them, but that's about all they have in common with a desert cactus. I can quite successfully grow my Thanksgiving cacti along with my orchids because they come from the same type of environment and require almost the very same care. I cannot grow a desert cactus in my house. I'm going to tell you all something radical here. I don't grow desert cacti. I just can't grow them here in East Tennessee. It's the one plant I can't grow. They just die on me. Yes, I am a desert cactus killer. I'm thinking orchid care, and the poor cactus is saying, "What are you doing to me, you orchid person?" Yes, it's sad, but true. Okay, but back to the topic. I think I've made the point. Okay, Schlumbergeras are epiphytes, just like orchids are. They grow on trees. That's why they don't grow well in heavy, compact soil or in sand. I'm asked about what kind of soil these do best in. Just a regular potting mix, but not succulent mix for desert cacti is fine for them. If you tend to overwater, you can always add some really fine orchid bark or even perlite to the mix. But a sandy type of soil is not best suited for them. It will be too heavy on the roots, and the roots are actually quite stringy and delicate. They don't come from a sandy environment, so they're not suited to being potted in sand. And as you all know, I fertilize my Thanksgiving cacti with the same fertilizer that I use with my orchids. Those are my orchids there in the background. All these plants just do really well together, and I get really good results that way. I don't use a fertilizer for succulents. Succulent fertilizers normally have a very low nitrogen content with larger doses of phosphorus and potassium. That's very different than an orchid fertilizer that uses a higher amount of nitrogen. Thanksgiving cacti can grow quite a bit in one season. Mine can double in size very easily. So it takes more nitrogen to sustain all that growth, and they grow better and produce more blooms when they're fertilized correctly. I've also been asked by several of you if Big Red here is a Thanksgiving cactus or a Christmas cactus. Well, I think he wants to be both, and not to be put in a box, so to speak. My other Thanksgiving cacti have these sharp, claw-like leaves. But as you see, his leaves are more rounded. But do you see how these blooms come off from the side of this leaf? That indicates Thanksgiving cactus and not Christmas cactus. The care for Thanksgiving and Christmas cacti are the same. They are both Schlumbergera, but they just bloom at slightly different times. But Big Red here, he blooms at Thanksgiving, Christmas, and usually Easter too. So he's just your all-around beautiful holiday cactus. So the blooms on the Christmas cactus look more like a bell than these blooms do that you see here on Big Red. So we've been all around the world today with this Schlumbergera topic, from southern Brazil to East Tennessee. And I hope this has been interesting to you all. I hope it's been helpful as well. And before we go, I'd love to say the blessing over you, your family, and your plants. The Lord bless you and keep you. Make His face shine upon you and be gracious to you. May the Lord turn His face towards you and give you His peace. You all make it a great day, and we'll see you next time.